Is any better place than Shopify to sell? You mean to ask, is it better to sell on Shopee or Lazada or selling on your own Shopify store? Is that what you mean? Now, if this is a question, I would say both has got its own pros and cons. All right. So is it like, for example, if you're selling on marketplace, you definitely, the easiest part is it is already available. You don't need to go through the hassle of setting up your own store, like building your own website and all that. Immediately you take advantage of all the facilities and features and everything ready. You just put up your product, set up listing, set up all these things, and you can start selling almost within days. That's the best part of it. And you don't need to go through the hassle of doing the payment collection and all this because it's all done on the marketplace itself. But the downside would be, you're also selling in the marketplace. That means you're in a complete, perfect competition marketplace. Like if I come in and look for an item, immediately I know, I scroll further down, I'll be seeing all the other people who are selling the same product as you. So that's the challenge. You might have the challenge of you drive people to your site because you do not have a very strong product or page or whatever shop, and you don't have a very good list rating and all that. People may end up buying from other people. You get what I mean? So that's the downside of it. But the beauty of it is immediately you tap on the large database that they have, you can almost instantly start getting some sales coming in if you are already competitive enough. So if you are selling, if you're somebody who don't want to commit this kind of cost, then I would say that marketplace would be a very good place to start. But if you want to go to Shopify, which means you need to be ready that this is a long-term thing. The moment you go for Shopify or Site Giant or Easy Store or WooCommerce, this is like you're really building your own store. You're really building your own branding in a way. So all the other things like, the hosting, if you're Shopify, then you don't have the hosting issue. You need to buy your domain and, the payment gateway is pretty much there, but you still need to do your design. It's your own store. And then you need to do your listing and all this kind of thing. You need to manage your store, all right? So, and of course, you need to drive traffic to your store. Now, if you are relatively a new store that you don't have a lot of products and all that, and driving people to your store may not be able to get you that kind of conversion that you're imagining, to be very frank. I would say 90% of the e-commerce store that I work with kind of like do not perform really well. Not because people are not, buying online. It's just because, the strategy is a bit different when you're building your own store. But the beauty of it is you can actually take full control. You want different kind of design, you can. All right, you want to build your brand. So I would say rather than looking at which one works better, I would say both has got their own, pros and cons. But I would say rather I would go back to where are you right now. If you're totally new, you have no clue, and you don't have a lot of budget to play with, go to marketplace, at least gain some experience in selling first. When you're more ready, when you've already gotten some people who are already buying from you, you have your customer base, then you can gradually start building your store and you start introducing those people who have been buying from you to go to you on your Shopify store and all that. I think that's kind of like the strategy. I've actually worked with quite a number of coaches, like one of them being Purple Cane. When they started, right, marketplace seems to be a very important one. And then it was like marketplace, physical store, and online store. But we are very happy now to see that, the online store is now contributing a very high percentage of their total revenue right now. And it's more of like a balance mechanism. We don't look at which one works better. We want to look at what is the strategy behind how do we connect all these things together. I think that's a more meaningful angle to look at it.